What's your understanding of what it would take for those American troops to be deployed and for this to be a sort of military issue?
It's hard to say, Yamish, because President Biden has repeatedly said that he does not want to see boots on the ground in Ukraine. And that is largely the consensus among most NATO allies, where they do believe that they have to reinforce European security, but whether or not they would rush to the aid of Ukraine in the event of an invasion by Russia in the form of military action remains to be seen. And these troops, by the way, are part of the posturing that we've been seeing over the last few years with regard to Russia's complaints about NATO and NATO's complaints about Russia, where it's essentially what comes first, the chicken or the egg. You know, the Russians blame NATO for carrying out exercises and moving troops into Europe and say that that's a direct provocation against Russia. And NATO says vice versa, that the Russians continue their aggression. And so this is just ramping things up with the escalation that we've now seen along half of the Ukrainian border. Now NATO allies are saying that they are going to have to ramp things up as well. And so what they're saying is they're putting these troops on readiness, sort of any kind of state of emergency situation where if they need to move quickly, they will. Whether they do or not remains to be seen, Yamish, though, and it really does not seem likely that anything short of an invasion of Kiev, the capital of Ukraine,
Yeah.
which most folks here believe is pretty far fetched. But with, as Nancy just mentioned, there's soldiers in Belarus about 120 kilometers from Kiev. That threat sort of went up a little bit. And so
Yeah.
the readiness of troops, is really important just in case.